Another dumpster going out. Another load out of here, probably about 4 of them this year. One year I sent 13 loads. So everyone have a great day, and we're going to move on to something else. Now we're going to see if we can get this 1440 going. This is the one we waxed, and we did the fuel line. We're going to see if it runs. I'm going to show you a little trick I use to get them running. Just save a lot of time. We're going to put some gas in it. Of course, the tank was completely empty. That should be about enough right there. Let's see if we can get it to fire. Now, I have a special cap. This cap has a hole in it. Going to put it on. Going to get an air hose. run good. The right front light needs a little bit of, I'm not sure if it's in the clips. I'm going to run a test light to see if I have juice to it, but it runs really well. Pretty happy with it. This project here has been a little bit longer than I'd like, but I'll show you that cap. Right there's that cap. Just put a hole in one just like that. I have stocked many of them, so you can ruin one cap, but that's the way to prime them right up. To save a lot of issue. You can do the same thing on any fuel cap. Get an extra one, put a hole in it. Now, I'm not talking put a lot of air into it because you don't want to blow the tank. They are plastic. But give it enough so she'll excite the, as I call it, prime up the pump, and you'll be in good shape on them. So you have to do that to the Dodge Cummins pickups, the early ones. That was the way to prime the system real quickly. I had a friend once that couldn't get a Dodge Cummins going. I said, you put air in the tank? And he goes, no. And I said, well, I'll come and show you how to do it. And we fired that Cummins up in no time. So thank you very much for tuning in. We're going to move on to a different project. And like always, thanks for following my channel. And we have a lot of things yet to do today. Today we're working on a 1210. This transmission is just full of water, and I'm going to take the axle kit out. And I'm going to do it a little differently. Usually I have the transmission right out of the machine, but today I'm going to do it in the machine. And the reason why is I remember an old sales brochure. Actually, it was a 2+2. It came from Harvester, and it wasn't even, they didn't have the 2+2 out yet. So the dealers knew that the tractor was coming. And I remember it had the things that, carts that go underneath the wheels, and you could take the whole axles right out of it. Now, we can't quite do it the same, but you can. A lot of guys, when they're making different projects, have to take the case out, switch the differential around, and when they're putting a diesel motor in it. So we're going to do it that way, show you how easy it is. I am kind of anxious to see how much moisture's in this oil here. 3/8 bolts, 9/16 to take the cover off. Now I'm going to save these bolts. This machine here is going salvage. And I'm going to save these bolts right here to put fenders on because they're nice and shiny. Now, when you put, say like you're changing your oil and you're draining it out and you take the rear cover off, make sure you don't use an impact to put the bolts back on because you can strip them real quickly, especially if you have a hot gun. We're on to the last bolt here. Okay, so we're going to see, sometimes they'll peel right off, sometimes they won't. And this one's not. So we're going to have to get something to get that off. Look at that. She's just full of water. Oops, we have quite a mess. While that's draining, we're going to take the wheels off. Takes a 3/4. Took me a little bit of time, but I did clean up some of that. Had a lot of water in it. draining. Let's take the brakes off next. Now this is the same clamp they used on the holding the 100 fenders down, the originals, any of them. That's the same clamp. They used them all them years. Takes a 9/16. Everything in this area right here takes a 9/16 to take it off. That's one reason why I really like a Cadet. If you have a deer, you're all over the place with different sizes, especially the newer ones. You can pretty much take apart a Cub Cadet, and that was a selling point in my opinion. 1/2 inch 9/16 and 11/16 and a 3/4. That pretty much will get you completely apart on a Cadet. That was a good selling point. Mechanics like working on them. There's one. There's two. There's our first axle. Them are what they call 1-inch spline. There's the other one. Now we're going to take the axle bolts out and we're going to see if we can drop it down. And I believe we can. We might have to loosen this front one. I've never tried this before, so this is a new one for me also. Now we're going to go the other side, do the exact same thing. Now last year I had a guy that replaced the hydrostat seal without even dropping the axle out, the whole transaxle out. I don't know how he did it. In my opinion, I think it was a waste of time, but I would have dropped it out. They're so simple to put in. Now we'll let the jack down real slow. You are going to have to loosen up these bolts in the front. There we go. We're going to have enough clearance. Now we're going to have another mess right here. Let me get a bucket. Look at all that water. While we're in here, let's take them bolts right out. This holds your differential in. We're just going to have them loose, or not loose, out. And this piece right here, the cap will get loose when we go to the other side. We'll probably be able to come right back over and just go like, kind of like that and pull it right out. I did move it a little bit. I could pry it out, but I don't want to hear the differential until I get the other side. I don't want it to move around too much. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get some fan mail. Why did I do it this way? The reason I did it this way is I wanted to see if you could. Thought about it a lot over the years, and I'm thinking it's really easier to take the fenders off and everything else, but a lot of people aren't comfortable about taking the fenders off. But if you have the whole transaxle out, it'll make it a lot easier if you have to replace a seal, a bearing, or something of that nature. So now this axle here is going to be going into a garden tractor puller. I sell quite a few. I have a gentleman coming tomorrow, probably buy 10 of them. Oops. Guarantee that's never been out of this machine since brand new. There we go. There's one cap. Let's go to the other side. Now we're going to pull the differential out. And there we go. So there we go. Right there's the whole axle kit. Sell quite a few of these per year. The bolts are right down there. There's the bearing holders and differential, and here's the other axle. So thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to move on to another project, but that's just some of the things that go on here daily.